I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fams on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who regard it, been using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Home. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rocker, Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks in the Night podcast, coming your way, hanging out. JJ is in the building. JJ, we hot, bro. JJ, we hot, bro. Hey, JJ, we hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Benny. Benny is like right here off my hip right here. You can't see him, right? Right. Yo, Blackman is in the building. Salute. Blackman, what's good, man? Nick G is in the building. What's good? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Ivory 10 is in the building. Fallback haters, what's good? Salute, everybody. Salute to all the members of the channel. Salute to everybody supporting in all different types of ways, man. Appreciate y'all for helping us keep the lights on in here. Man, salute to y'all, man. Salute. Yeah, man. So I spoke with a bunch of Knicks content creators today, man. Spoke to a bunch of Knicks content creators, man. Got a bunch of ideas, kind of checking the pulse of Knicks universe. Hamilton is in the building. Salute. And why am I okay? I'm not for sure why because the mic is right here. Okay. So I'm not for sure about this topic, but I want to ask you, the fan, the Knicks fan, a legitimate, straightforward question. I'm gonna put the mic out here. So I'll put the mic over here, whatever. What I asked about 9 or 10 Knicks content creators is, are the New York Knicks ahead of schedule? Are they behind schedule? The only answer I would not accept, the only disqualified answer, the disqualified answer is right on time, right on schedule, right? And the reason why that's a disqualified answer is because it doesn't help drive the conversation. Saying the Knicks are right on time, it doesn't really drive a conversation. It's more like kicking the can down the road. So I asked them, honestly, are the Knicks ahead of schedule on their championship hunt, or are they behind schedule? Now, I have my belief, right? And if you watched us last night, the Knicks family reunion or the Lawrence Tears family reunion, then you probably saw. Oh, I forgot about Fritz. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I started eating, bro, and I forgot. Yeah, man. Hold on, everybody. Let me correct something that needs to be corrected. Let me do this. I probably could have did this at 7:30, and I don't know what I was thinking. Fritz, I sent the link. I sent the link through. Oh, Ivory 10 is here too. Jeez, man. Hey, running the channel is difficult, man. Running the channel is difficult, y'all. Yeah, you legit while you want to do, you try to cover all your bases, and then the more bases you cover, the more you realize you forgot certain stuff. Right? So I'm gonna send this to Ivory 10. Hey Ivory, I just sent something to you. Fritz, I sent something to you on social media. Coach Malpica's in the building. Coach, what's good, bro? Coach says, this one last night. I moved to new place. No phone. It wasn't working after. Well, yeah, man. No doubt, bro. Nah, man. Nah, no doubt. Let me got time to talk, let me do this. Let me send this to Coach. Where's Coach at? Coach Malpica. All right. So yeah, man. Coach, hey, Coach, so you at work right now? Coach says picked up extra shift tonight at work. Hanging with you. Oh, okay. Well, salute the Coach. I don't like this view though. I don't like this view I'm having. It looks kind of spacey, whatever. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, let me figure out something. Maybe I need to change chairs. That's probably what I need to do. I need to change chairs so the thing. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about. Fritz Alcindor is in the building. Salute everybody. Sorry about the tech difficulty. I'm still having the same issue, man. I'm just gonna rock with it. I'm just gonna rock with it, man.
Hey, what's up, Uncle Freeze?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. I guess I have a question. Are the Knicks ahead of schedule or behind schedule based on the moves you see that they've made?
I think it's ultimately behind. I'm thinking about the grand plan. I'm talking about from when Leon walked in the door.
Day one.
From day one, I think they're behind.
Okay. So why would you say that they're behind?
Because the promises made when they came in. Hey, we're gonna attract big stars. They act like the culture was going to change so much that other players would be attracted to come to New York, and that hasn't quite happened. Like, everybody's been acquired through trades. We're not getting those cheap free agents. The other people are. So that part of the culture still isn't there.
Okay. What qualifies as a star to you?
Someone in their prime willing to jump ship to come to here.
Like what would be an example of that scenario?
All NBA, an all NBA player willing to come to the Knicks.
Okay. Like who?
Ja. Like a Ja So someone a desirable All NBA player willing to jump. Anthony Edwards, if he put his, that's the kind of thing they made it seem like was going to come our way, and it just never been that way.
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. I need some time to think about to process what you just said. And while we do that, Walter Blackman, thank you for the generous contribution, man. We really appreciate, man, how y'all help the channel stay afloat. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. That's clutch. I'm gonna just leave that. I'm gonna leave Blackman's contribution right there for a minute while I think about what it is that Fritz said. Bro, yeah, when I harken back to that moment when we thought we were gonna be Cinderella, I think I'm with you on that. But I'm also at the same time in that boat of I would rather have Brunson than Ja Morant right now. And I think what you're describing is the process and the result. We didn't think. We thought there'd be an established star, and we just say, "Hey, we want you," and they'd be saying, "Huh, I've always wanted you too. Let's get together." And it didn't quite work out like that. It worked out where a guy that was hot from a team in another conference came here and became a star. Right? Yeah, and so when it comes to it, man, the acquisition of OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges was very impressive. For both, very impressive how both of those happened. But the way that maybe it was pitched in the beginning was, hey, Devin Booker is going to see Leon Rose in New York and just say, to hell with this Phoenix thing, man. I want to play for the Knicks. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted Laker privileges. I wanted Laker privileges. You know how Lakers wink at a player and the player winks back? That's how I want. Yeah, and not even the silent wink, like not even the one if you turn your head you might miss it. You want the old Eddie Murphy movie, 80s movies. You want the Eddie Murphy Beverly Hills Cop wink, like that kind of wink. That's the wink that the Lakers do with players, right? So I can imagine what you mean by that. Do you feel like they still maybe need to go out and get a guy? I mean, I don't know. I think when it comes to championship teams evolve, and it may evolve to the point where we have to go get another star. You can't expect the team to stay the same for how many years? 4 years is a lifetime in the NBA. So
yeah,
I think within the 4 years, there's gonna have to be some change.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that. I hadn't thought about that maybe in quite some time because of the way that moves happened this offseason where the Knicks, in theory, signed the best free agent and traded for the best available guy. Re-signing OG Anunoby was, hey man, re-signing OG Anunoby is not a layup, right? That's not a layup. That's something, right? And then have it not be protracted. That's something. You know what I'm saying? That's something. Yo, we got a superstar backstage, everybody. Let me see. Who do we have backstage? I'm going to just match the name with the intro. Let me see. Corey Lee in the place to be. What's good?
Peace, yo. I'm happy to be here, yo. Y'all keep continuing with the conversation. Shout out to my man Fritz Alcindor. He likes to come out here and play on these Lawrence Sears blocks.
Them. He be dropping knowledge, bro. He like, you know how somebody have so much money in their pocket, they reach for something big and all the little stuff fall out, they don't even miss it. That's what Fritz be dropping. That's what Fritz be doing with the gems. He be reaching for the big gems and the little gems be falling all over the street. He don't even miss it. So Lee, he said something though, and I think it might be intriguing to maybe some conversations that we've had in the past.
I'm listening.
Right. He said that the Knicks may be behind schedule on their championship run.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said.
How he figure that?
That's what he said. He explained it though. I forgot to do your intro. I forgot to save it. I had a nice intro for you, and it kept going long.
Listen,
it kept going long.
If I had an intro as smooth as what I just heard, or what Dre is dropping, I mean, forget about it, man. Y'all should be making albums instead,
bro. I promise you, we're gonna have an intro by next week, bro. We're gonna have an intro by next week, bro.
Hey, man,
I agree.
I figured out what I needed to do to join. I had to cut and paste some links and send it to my Gmail, send it to email.
All you had to do was email. All you had to do was say send it here.
Yeah, I didn't know what the problem was, to be honest with you. I was getting all these crazy warnings and shit. It was wild. I was trying to join. It was pretty. I got to show you some of these replies I got. I think Facebook might have like blocked me or something like that.
Yeah, well, I apologize for that, bro.
No, that's all right. I am happy to be here, and I do have a little bit to add to this conversation. I'm excited you brought it up.
Yeah, because since you're here, I want to do. I spoke with Fritz and about 2 or 3 others, and Fritz wasn't privy to the conversation because I just spoke to him separately, but I spoke to 2 or 3 other people about Mitchell Robinson, about the center position, but I don't want to talk about that in this segment. I just want to finish up what Fritz said about are the Knicks behind schedule on their championship run, and he mentioned the fact that there were some promises made, and then you salute
my brother.
Salute. What's happening, brothers?
My brother.
Salute.
Yeah, chilling, bro.
Man, if I ain't had no failure from the boot, I promise you is one right there.
Oh,
Either one.
Hey, appreciate you there. Hey, C. Lee, you know you like that one cousin. Everybody want to come over this house because he be up on the grill and stuff. We have on them Jerusalem cruisers, but he gonna have some delectable treats out there ready for you.
October 4th, 5th, and 6th, we gonna be eating good, bro.
Yeah. So hey, no stepping on my toes in my Jerusalem cruises.
Yeah.
So I got to tell y'all, last night's show was fire, yo. That was crazy.
It got intense, huh?
It did. It was pretty nuts. It was bananas.
Hey, I'm gonna just tell you, when you got Free Keith on there,
as Free Keith may say, things got emotional.
Yeah. Free Keith would say that and then won't let you talk at all. Just cut you. And that's my guy. I love Free Keith. That's my guy, bro.
Yeah, man, that was a good show. Good show.
Yeah. So you said October 4th, 5th, and 6th, huh?
Yeah, man. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Word. Okay.
We trying to be in the building.
Yeah, we trying to see who all trying to get in the building, man. What's going on? You know, we working on plans right now. But if we just stay on topic just a little bit.
Yeah.
So if we just stay on topic just a little bit, my my guy Fritz said that he feels like the Knicks are behind schedule, and I am inclined to agree. I just agree for a different reason.
On behind the schedule as far as championship tracking?
The championship. Right? And Soulfinger, when Adam and Dre used to be on and Hoodie Kev at night, I used to tell them 2 years ago, I felt like we were Eastern Conference finalists. I didn't have confidence that we can win the Eastern Conference finals, but I felt like we should. I felt like if we could have got to Milwaukee, we would have also beat Milwaukee.
Okay,
but we lost to Miami.
I would say this because I know you already had Ivory.
Oh, let me finish. This point just real quick.
Okay.
So I felt like we were Eastern Conference finalists last year, right? And then 2 years ago, and then last year I felt like if we could have got to the Celtics, I feel like the only team in the NBA that can beat the Celtics in a 7-game series is the Knicks. I don't feel like I feel like the Celtics are this Celtics team is not lucky. I think they're a generationally talented team with a vast combination of varying skill sets that you don't often see on one team. Like you don't basically what Porzingis is for them is a Dirk Nowitzki type. You remember Dirk Nowitzki in the finals with a 7-footer with the jump shot?
I'm not gonna don't put that on him.
Wait. Let me finish my point. This is my point, y'all. This is my point. Let me finish. He was like in that role, right? In that type of role. And then you have the super athlete on the wing, right? And Jaylen Brown. And then you have the scoring machine, bucket getter, like a Carmelo Anthony, Alex English, Bernard King, Kevin Durant type bucket getter on the wing, and Jason Tatum. And then you couple that with two guys that come from a championship pedigree from other teams. Now, Derek White didn't win a championship in San Antonio, but Greg Popovich was grooming him, right? And then when you couple all of that on Boston, all 5 of those players, generally you see one of those players on a championship team and they're surrounded by role players. But this Boston team, you have all 5 of them together and teams don't know what to do with it. And so that's the reason why I feel like no team in the NBA can beat Boston except the Knicks, who built the perfect giant slayer by accident, right? Like I feel like the giant slayer that we built, we didn't build it just so that it'd be the perfect to beat Boston. I think we built it so that we can win in general. Go ahead, bro. Yo, look who it is! Wise is in the building. Salute.
What's going on, fellas?
Ain't that, man? Chilling, man. It's good to hear your voice, bro.
I'm in here with the wise one. Shucks.
What's cracking? RV10, Fritz Alexander, what's popping?
What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Birthday boy, Corey Lee.
Is that otherwise?
Yo, is Corey Lee birthday today?
Tomorrow. Manana.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, bro. Yeah,
I ain't lie. I tossed up a couple of bottles of Sean Don today.
Nice.
As you should.
You know what, Freezy? When it comes to that question about are we on time or are we late, it's a tough question because if you look at where we've been in such hell for so long. It's tough to say, yeah, we should have won one by now. You know, it's tough to say that. But then on the other hand, it's been so damn long. It's not so tough to say, man, schedule. We should have won something by now, you know, and we haven't.
Ivory, so I didn't. That's not what I said though.
No, I wasn't repeating you. I was saying why your question was tough. That's all. I'm not saying what you said.
Okay, let me bring in my guy real quick.
Yo, what's up?
Nick G, what's happening?
How you doing,
G,
man?
My man.
Nick G.
Hey, before anybody get it going, I just want to know, Nick G, you about to be back in the bottom of that bag like you reached out for the last couple of French fries like you were yesterday?
Yo, no, but Sal, I'm trying to catch up to your metaphors, bro. Yo, you like the 60s soul finger just coming out with baby powder, just slapping people across the face, man.
Hey, look, I had to write.
It's impeccable.
Hey, look, I had to keep that Lego block, man. You just don't know that. Man, look, I got to use that because, bro, that was deep. I don't think people actually understand the depth of that one analogy when it applies to this team.
Yo, I'm gonna expound on it today. I'm gonna expound on it today because.
Hold on a second. I want to say it must be my birthday because Nick G popped up 2 days in a row.
Bro, hey, in the mortal words of T.O., get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn ready, because man, look, Freezy, you've been pulling out some stuff lately, man. You can got Fritz. You know, Fritz has been holding it down, but you got dropping Nick G sliding through here. You got C. Lee, Ivory 10 that popped up. You got the wise one. Oh, bro, man. Hey, you got, man.
He's the people champ, bro.
Nick, man, for real. Look, next thing you know, the Dean's going to be popping up in here, a.k.a. Mr. Gold Watch, a.k.a. You know who we talking about.
Yeah, man.
Look, I'm speaking up to the or
Mr.
you really
Cold
dig
Duck.
Man, Mr. Cold Duck himself, or you really dig deep in the crates, go way back when, and have man himself.
Hey, we'll see. I gotta
bro, that's my brother, man.
I gotta
Ron Cleaver.
Mr. Ron.
Yeah, man.
What's the question though, Freeze?
Yeah. I think I cut Ivory off with the intro. Ivory, I didn't mean to cut off your thought.
No problem at all. No problem at all.
I did want to clarify though. I'm not saying that the Knicks should be NBA champs. What I'm saying is I think we're should be further along. Not saying that we're champs, but the second round thing, I think we probably should have been past that 2 years ago. Is what I'm getting at. Now, anything in that conference finals, NBA finals range, anything can happen, you know. But I do feel like that, and it may be all Mitchell Robinson's fault.
Don't start. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Oh my goodness,
Freeze. I could agree with you on paper, but contextually, I gotta disagree because we all watched how it played out.
Right.
So to say that we should be when we saw what happened and why it happened, you can't really say that.
Why? You ain't gotta take it easy with me, yo. And for everybody that know, Wise is. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it in the most friendomatic way, because this is my guy. This is one of the guys that I like. When my phone ring and I see the number, I kind of try to stop what I'm doing to answer, right? But what he does is he's a great question asker, right? If you don't have a person that asks the right questions in your life, you might need to consider the people that you're around. Like Wise will legit, he knows how to ask the right questions. And it's because I think he does something that most people don't do. And that's listen. Like when somebody else is like communicating to you, I think he listens and then asks a question. But on this, what he just did just now, he didn't ask me a question. Wise made his statement. So are you asking me why I feel like the way that I do? Because if not,
it depends how you taking it, because I'm saying you can't say that. And I'm saying that because I know you in a friendomatic kind of
way. Right. I'm gonna so let me do this. Let me hold my so Ivory can do his thing.
He threw a straight curveball at you, man, and you whiffed at it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, everybody? It is a pleasure, of course, to be on the L'Orange Tears Network crew, chilling with you fellas, talking Knicks. Here's the thing, you know, I agree with Wise, man. I think that was Wise who said that. You know, how this played out. To say that we should have been better earlier, it's tough to really say that after you saw the trash that we had to live with for as long as we did. But then you look at also how long it took to get here, and you say, of course we're behind schedule. So it just depends on how you look at it. But this guy's bright. I'm just living in the moment right now. So that's my answer to that.
I'm in the moment, and the sky is bright for me. But what I'm asking you, and I'm asking Wise too, is what did we see in those failures?
We saw an utter lack of talent for the most part. I mean, we never had enough talent to really ever be considered like a winner, since what, like 10 years ago? 12
Woody,
years?
when we had Woody.
Right. That was the only time where we could even like dream of having a team good enough. Even that team surprised us because weren't they like, what seed were the Knicks when they made a little run back then? What seed were they?
I think they were second.
Fifth. I thought they were fifth. It could have been.
You talking about with Woody and the 50-something win team? They were second. They were second to the Heat. Yeah, they were second to the Heat.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't think they did that well, but that's interesting.
I thought they were like fourth or fifth, but they did finish with 52, 53 wins. So yeah.
Atlanta was better like the year before, so like a couple years before.
Okay.
I think Indy was like right there next to us, in third or fourth. So, and we end up losing to Indy.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm thinking of.
I kind of disagree with that though. I think that the last 2 years, in being specific, I think that we had enough talent. I think that injuries and things like that just derailed us really. I think if Randall was there last year against Miami, we could have took them. So then we would have got out the second round that year, possibly. But that's again, if and shoulda, woulda, coulda. That ain't never no good.
Right.
So I'm just saying, look, that's why I'm saying, looking at how it all played out, I don't think we could realistically say it. But at the beginning of the season, I was predicting 55 games the first season. Mm-hmm. Then last year I predicted 60 wins. So obviously I had higher expectations than where we went. But looking at how we got to where we got to, and how far we were able to get and how we were able to grit it out, really both seasons. Like we had Mitchell Robinson making free throws in the playoffs.
Say it again.
I mean, and that was 2 seasons in a row. He did it against Philly and he did it against Cleveland.
Hit clutch free throws.
And Miami.
Say it louder so Uncle Freezy can hear you. Say it louder.
So, I mean, when you ask what did I see?
Miami too.
I see progress from, I would say, from our top 11 players all the way down. I see the growth and development, even quickly in RJ and Obi. So when you look at all of the players that was there for that basic 4-year run with Tibbs in the front office, you could see the growth and development. We right on the cusp right now. It's just that we just got to put it together and got to get help on our side and things of that nature. But everybody could see it. That's why I think that Freeze is playing with me when he asks me that question.
No. So it was, but it wasn't.
Stop wilding out.
It wasn't a question though. It wasn't a question. Remember, so I made a statement about it, and the reason why I made the statement, the statement I was making is not based on the lack of talent or injuries. I think there were some things in that Miami series, poor execution, and I mentioned this a lot of times, right? The Miami Heat had a 4-point lead on a 1-point lead on us. And we were locking them down defensively. We had clawed all the way back in the game, cut the lead to 1, right? And they were trying to find somebody to take a shot. And they kicked the ball out to Caleb Martin, right? And instead of Josh Hart closing out on Caleb Martin to contest the 3, he went to the rim and rebound. And Caleb Martin took a wide open 3 and hit it and put them up by 4.
Yeah, right? I remember that.
Right now, and if you remember, now I know y'all are saying that's one play, right? But if you think about this, if the lead, if they had a 1-point lead and we keep smothering them and force them to take a bad shot and get the rebound, We go back down the floor with the opportunity to take the lead in that game, right? But instead, the lead grew to 4. And so you're talking about a swing of maybe about 7 points, right?
Can I say something real quick? What I feel like you're explaining is coaching, not only that, but experience being in that particular position. You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, I understand that. I agree with you wholeheartedly, but
that's all I need. If you agree, then we straight. Then you on my
side. I agree with you.
Agree.
I
could agree with that though, Freeze too. I agree with that.
I agree with you, but what I'm explaining though is that we were not prepared mentally to be in that situation. We were not. And we needed that punch in the mouth or that smack upside our head to be like, listen, because there was so many other games outside of that game, that particular game, we should have won. You talk about that particular game, we can go back 2-3 other games.
But I don't want to go back that. I don't want to go back that far. That happened. Lee, what I'm saying is that happened in Game 6.
Yeah.
So it's just hear me out on it. That happened in Game 6. If we execute in Game 6, Game 7 is in Madison Square Garden on our floor.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for us just to say the injuries or we weren't prepared, or because if you remember also in that game, what happened is we come down, we hit a shot, they go back and they hit a shot, and then we come back down and they look at Obi Toppin, right? Obi gets the ball and they just go straight to Obi and foul him. Like they don't even try to disguise it or nothing. They just
missed the foul shot, right? He missed one, right?
And Obi Toppin go to the free throw line looking shook, like that Mobb Deep song, right? The first free throw, Ivory, you remember the first man, he was up there like he was on the witness stand, bro. That's how scared he was.
But
I remember that.
The thing is that you look at how long it takes to really get there. Like, and I just kind of I harken back just to the Celtics. They just won it, and you look at how much winning they had to do to get there. Right? They were in the finals 3 years in a row. What was it? Eastern Conference? Was it Eastern Conference Finals 3 years in a row? And they well, not 3 years in a row. It was 2020 or 2022. Hold on, I got it right here.
They were in the conference finals all those
conference
years.
Finals. Yeah.
So for 3 years, so I mean, they never got to even the finals after that. I would then be, we would be
they got to the finals. They lost against Golden State.
Yeah, and then they lost to Miami in the conference finals.
Yeah.
So they've been winning 50 games just about every year for the last 5-6 years, except for maybe 1 year. So listen, it's hard to win it all. And we maybe we are where we should be, but I wish we were here like 10 years ago. That would have been nice. I mean,
right.
Like I could agree with where you was at with it, Freeze, because a lot of in-game decisions from the coaching staff as well as the players, in hindsight could have been much better. Right. At the same time, though, I also look at like we still had the guys that we had at that time too.
Right.
And they was a lot of we had basically Randall and Brunson playing with young, inexperienced guys.
Right.
I think we also have to look back at the incredible ineptitude that was the Knicks for a long time. We have to be honest. We were really the laughing stock of the league for way too goddamn long. I mean, we really were. We were the laughing stock. I mean, we probably don't want to admit it. And as much as love as we have for the team during all those years, me buying the ticket, no matter where I was in the world watching these games, as bad as they were, but they were that bad. They were that bad. So if you look at that, where we've gone in such a short period of time.
Exactly. Ivor, you know what it is? I don't mean to cut you off, but I think what you're saying is that we was bad for so long, but then we got good so fast.
We did.
So now everybody's expecting like we should have it by now because look how fast we got there. When Tibbs came here, we won what 19 games the year before.
The truth is it really did start before the winning starts. It starts with the draft, holding on the draft picks, not spending money, spending money wisely. So you do all that stuff to kind of start building, and then you're going to lose games during that time. But at least when you're losing those games, you actually have your picks. So that's kind of typically how a lot of teams have built. That wasn't exactly how we did it, but I just I think the team started doing some really smart things under Perry. They started holding on to all the picks, and even what's his name didn't get rid of too many picks either. He didn't get rid of any. That was Phil Jackson, right? He didn't trade any picks.
Yeah, that's all facts. But the thing is that everything you're saying is correct. It's just that it gets overshadowed by the aesthetics when you got KD and Kyrie saying they're not coming here in that same period of time, and then you get Julius Randle as the subsequent piece. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of started off on a bad foot in that kind of way. Like I said, aesthetically, although that is something that we had to go through, like Ivory 10 said, but when you looking at it from just a fan perspective, they're not really seeing that part.
Right.
Also, and to add to that too,
we gotta wait.
and to add to that too, we got jerked out of the first round pick.
I mean, but that's part of being who we are.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though.
Here's what's gonna happen.
If that's part of being who we are, then why do we expect things to just come so fast now?
Something's
like
gonna happen that's different.
If anything, I think we're already moving at a pretty accelerated pace. I think 4 years to get OG and Mikal in one calendar year shows just the progress of what this team is doing right now.
Yeah, the last 5 years have just been like, I mean, we really, and at this point, I mean, when did you ever think there'd come a time where we could say, wow, we really trust this management to make the right moves and to do the right thing? I mean, I think we all trust them to this point. We might still have some question marks and we might disagree with a move here or there, but I think we all trust them to make the right move and to make the right decision.
Well, let me ask y'all this then. So say Quentin Grimes does hit that corner three, and say Obi doesn't crap the bed on that free throw, and say Mitchell Robinson does hit those free throws in that game, and the Knicks do beat Miami in the game 7, and they do beat Milwaukee. Today, would y'all be saying the same stuff y'all saying today, or would y'all be saying, no, we shouldn't be here? This is house money, because it sounds like this is the house money conversation. If we had won those games that we should have won, like last year in that game 7 that we lost against Indiana last season, that game 7 that we lost, Indiana jumped on us early. They jumped out to a big lead and we reeled them all the way back in. And then Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride came in, and then the lead got away from us again, and we could never get it back, even though Dante DiVincenzo was our best player in that game. He could probably have went for 55, 60 points in that game, but
he was the best player in that series.
Yeah, that brings up a couple of really good questions that you've asked, and I've heard you ask a bunch of times, Uncle Freezy, and I just want to get it out. We don't have to discuss it now, but I want to get it out because I want to give you kudos for just mentioning it. You talked about one night I heard you mention, can the Knicks win the big game? And you were talking about this situation, about that game 7 and how we had lost and that so on and so forth. And when you ask that question, it's like the thing that we haven't really talked about, which is, hey, our best players have not been proven to really make the best decisions in the clutch situations in these big games yet. They really haven't. Randall hasn't done it yet when it comes to decision making, and neither has Brunson. He has not.
You know who's
a valid point.
Who's been our hero in a play every time we needed a play? If you notice, it's Dante DiVincenzo.
Right, which was another subject that they brought up about him, starting. But listen, I don't even want to go there. We don't have to. That's a whole other.
Right. So Wise and Soulfinger. I wanted to ask Soulfinger this specifically because Soulfinger knows how I kind of break this thing down analytically. Like I don't paint with a broad brush. I paint with the camel hair brush, like the little brush, like a work of art type thing, right? Sometimes it takes me a long time to do it. So what, man? We just chopping it up, right? But if we're taking into account that way, right? Like these big moments where Dante was absolutely on fire,
He was.
and we bring back Brunson and Deuce, and the best defender on the floor against Dante was Deuce McBride, Alec Burks, and Jalen Brunson, because they wouldn't pass him the ball.
They wouldn't give it to him. They iced him. Listen, let's be honest. Brunson didn't really share the ball enough in those big moments. He really hasn't done that. He's trying to be, it looks like he's trying to do a little too much sometimes, is what it looks like. That's all. He's got to share the rock. He's got players around him now. There's no excuses. Him and Randall. Randall will share the rock. He just throws it 90 miles an hour when he's 2 feet away from you. He just throws it away a little bit more than we'd like him to do. So we do have a little bit to prove there. But I have some good news for Knicks fans, because I think there's something that we haven't talked about, and we don't have to talk about it now. Like I said, it's just something I heard Freezy mention that reminded me of something else. The Knicks. I think the league, for the first time, I think maybe as long as I've been watching the Knicks, might actually want the Knicks to succeed. And let me give you the reasons for that. When you have such a big story around players taking less to sign other players, I think that's got to resonate. I think the owners run the league, and the owners must be sitting there saying, hey, that's pretty cool. Hey, they got their best players taking less money. That is good. I think for the once, I think the Knicks might be getting the whistle here soon, fellas.
Okay, hold on, wait. You you got to understand. There's a dual that's going on. You'd mentioned the owners want that, but the players don't want that. The players would never want to choose to take less money. They would never want.
Well, players have been doing it for quite some time. I mean, didn't LeBron and Wade and Bosh, didn't they all take a little bit less?
You know what LeBron said after that? I will never take less money again.
Yeah,
but that's organizational. That's individuals and organizational.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The players might say, I will never want to take money because that sets a bad precedent. And even when it happened with Brunson, people were saying, what will the Players Association say about it? So even the Players Association might say, that sets a bad precedent. To me,
they might, but it still is up to the players to do what they got to do. I mean, even Bridges is already willing to be accepting a lesser contract.
I agree. I think we should do whatever it takes to make money and pay guys under the table. Forget the league. They cheated us all these years, all this crap. I'm tired of it. Forget it. Freeze the envelope. Do everything you could. Cheat. I don't know. Pay the ref. I don't care. Get me that championship, but don't tell me that this is a good precedent. And like, yes, the owners might say they want that, but in general, I think the real thing that will benefit the Knicks is the TV value of the Knicks, the viewership.
So Ivory 10 and so thing is, so that's the reason why I keep bringing up the Dante DiVincenzo thing. See how we were talking about?
Yeah, we're going off.
How we gonna lose games?
My bad. It's going off topic. My bad.
And we wound up talking about TV.
Yeah, it's completely my fault. It's completely my fault. I just had so much to say. I've been trying to get on for a couple of days now, but I've been getting blocked, so I can't. So I apologize.
No, it's not me blocking, man. You know we want you to be here, bro.
No, of course.
But the point that I'm making, Wise, is this: it's not the fact that we lost, and we use a national media narrative to describe how we lost. We all watched that game 7. We saw our best players on the floor take bad shots, not get back on defense, not take that game 7 as if it were game 7, because we already had a built-in excuse. Our built-in excuse going into that game is we're already down 6 players and they're not. Right, they were only down 1 player. They were down Benedict Mathurin. That's it.
One,
who was out for the season. And we were down 6 players, and if we lost, that could be our excuse. But the thing about a game 7 is there is a game yet to be played, right? And either you can be the hero or you can be a part. And I think at times during that game, when somebody was actually being a part but looked like the hero wanted to be the hero and not be a part. You know what I'm saying? But like if legit, if I am Superman and Ivory 10 is Batman, and the villains, all the villains have what's Superman weakness?
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite. If all the villains have kryptonite and Ivory 10 can be the hero, what I'm gonna do is do everything to support Ivory 10.
Right.
But I don't know if we do that. I don't know. We definitely didn't do it in game 7.
And that's another reason though why I agree with what you're saying, but I still say it's accelerated because I think that certain things that we knew, like we had the talent to do, put it that way. We had the talent to do, but we wasn't able to do it in those moments because it's accelerated. It's not seasoned enough.
Right.
You see what I mean? So I think that we exceeded a lot of expectations, so it's accelerated in that way as well. I think that our talent is growing at a rapid rate because we bringing in more talented players. And the players that we keeping is actually growing in our organization. So it's accelerated in that form as well. But in the way that you say, it is accelerated because it's kind of too fast for us right now. Like we don't have all the seasoning. Well, we didn't have all the seasoning because we even shorthanded, we still should have been able to get past Indiana, in my estimation.
So let me ask you this then. Alois, are you saying that the Knicks fan base can't handle how good this team is, in a sense?
Yeah,
I agree.
That's a fact because, like, I think the fan base gets hooked on everything they see that's good. Like Hartenstein played very good with us last season. In my estimation, he's still a backup though. And I would have never paid him $29 million. And the most I would have gave him was 17.5. So I don't see why Knicks fans should be upset that he's not here. And the fact that we didn't go and get somebody else at this point yet probably should tell you that we might have something in-house that we don't see yet.
Yeah.
I agree. That's true.
And it also could mean that if we don't see it at this time yet, we'll put something in play later. But we're not rushing to make no deal. So if we're not rushing to make no deal, you should be secure if you secure with the front office.
Hold on a second. And to add to that is also the Julius Randle slander that still continues to go on to this day. With that man carried us for the last 4 years. Well, 3.5 years by himself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing, though. I mean, I don't even want to really get into Julius.
No, I'm not gonna get into that. I ain't gonna go too far left. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, once we got a brand new shiny penny, we forgot about the nickel or the dime that we got, or the quarter we got in our pocket. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to ask a historical question because Freezy does a show on Sunday mornings called where a bunch of OGs get together and they talk about the Knicks history, right?
Yeah, it's Knicks Hustling Backwards. That's the name of the show, is Knicks Hustling Backwards.
Knicks Hustling.
Yeah. Come at 11 o'clock on Sunday mornings.
11 o'clock on Sunday mornings, and they got this
old school Knicks.
Oh, that's it, old school Knicks. My bad. But one show they had that they like flipped back in time, and they were talking about before the 73, what is it, the 71 win, teams that won.
69, 70, 72, 73.
Yeah.
I think you said 69 was the better team, right? Or it was one of the best teams?
Did I say that? No. I think the 71-72 team and the 72-73 team were two of the greatest teams ever. Right?
That's when Pearl came, right?
Team,
yeah, Pearl was there.
Yeah, in the 71-72 team, we didn't win it because the 72 Lakers is probably the greatest NBA team ever. Like they put all these superpowers together for one last run, and it might be the greatest team ever.
Okay.
They won 32 straight games, bro.
Can I ask you, like, just as flipping back, how long it took them to assemble that team over the time period? Wasn't it like 5 years?
7
Before the Knicks up, man. 7?
It was about 7 years because you got to think when we got what's the big man? Oh
Willis
God,
Reed.
Willis Reed. Thank
He
you.
drafted Willis Reed in 64, 65, I think.
Okay.
And he was the vet when Clyde and them showed up.
Okay.
And then they added the pieces. They added oh my God, the New Jersey's governor,
Earl of Pearl and
Bill Bradley.
Bill Bradley,
Yeah, Dollar Bill.
and Bill.
But hey, Lee, watch how I throw. That's why I'm the number one Chief Rocker for a reason, right? So here's why. Right, the Knicks drafted a guy in the first round in that draft, right? 64, 65. He was supposed to come in and help them right away. But then in the second round, they had a throwaway pick. They drafted a small school big man from out of nowhere that nobody really had any expectations. And what happened was when they gave that second round pick big man a shot, he wound up being something. The Knicks are good at that. They are good at finding a throwaway big man and watch him turn into something. Now for everybody that's not 60s babies or 80s babies or 90s babies, maybe you were born in the 2000s, right? When I say the Knicks take a second round pick and draft a big man and they develop big men and they wind up being something, right? You might think I'm talking about Ariel Hukporty, right? I'm not talking about Ariel Hukporty. The reason why I'm the number one Chief Rock is I'm talking about Mitchell Robinson.
Yep.
Right. The Knicks took that, and now he's your starting center. And then they also did that this year. They drafted a second round pick, big man, supposed to be a throwaway pick. And they drafted a guy, and we don't know what he is. So for everybody that's saying we need to go out and trade for Vucevic, how about we just wait and see? Because, and I wasn't even gonna bring this up, but Nick G talked to Doc Brown and got us in a DeLorean and went back to the past. you know what I'm saying? So we went back to the past and talked about that, about how long it takes for you to build a team, like how long it takes for you to be a championship contender. And what I'm saying, and so what I'm saying to everybody is this: those teams were different and special in the era that they were in, under the constraints and confines that they had to work in. Right.
So,
this team is great in a different sense because the confines and the restraints and the resources today are different from the resources that were available back then. But the premise was the same. Build it brick by brick, right? Mm-hmm. Build a foundation brick by brick, and then your house will stand on it.
Hey, Freeze, real quick. What you were talking about right there, Freeze. I like how you put that together. That kind of goes back to what I was saying yesterday about the whole crock pot. How this team is, what the organization been doing with this team, putting together and letting this cook in that crock pot. And another thing I want to say, and East Blue Drew, me and Wise were just talking about Mike Bibby today. I was looking at it. We were just talking about Mike Bibby working with Sims today. Also, that goes into the crock pot because we don't know what we have. Goes back to what Wise was saying. Why they're not worried about certain players right now, because we don't know. We're not privy to all the information. We just see what's on the surface. We top sheet and everything. You can't see what's going on underneath because you look at the ice. Yeah, it's a cover sheet, man. You top sheeting, top sheeting all this stuff. Because when you look at an iceberg, you're looking at what's up top. Oh, that's a big iceberg. No, it's so much more underneath the water that you don't see. Ask the Titanic. So that being said, let's see how things go, how it comes together like butt cheeks. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of things that we're not privy to that is going on behind the scenes. I don't think the front office is sweating it like a lot of fans are. and some of the situations going on. I'm not. I'm just gonna sit back because I told you this is medication I discovered. And I had to take it, and
It's called shut the hell up.
yeah, man, it does you wonders, man. That medication is wonderful, man. I took that medication called Shut the Hell Up, and since I took that medication, life has been good, man. Blood pressure down. I don't have those headaches. I don't have gas anymore. All that, bro. I'm telling you. All that stuff, man. Just take that medication, man. It's good.
Well, one of the things I do know, and I want to throw this back to Wise just real quick, but I just want to say this. One of the things I do know, and I can assure you, right? Multiple people have told me. I mean, multiple people. A few of them know each other. A few of them don't. They might know of each other, but they probably don't. They may or may not know each other. But multiple people have reached out to me and told me that this organization, from top to bottom, is all together, right? If the only way Tom Thibodeau is gone is if the entire front office is gone. The only way Randall is gone is the entire front office and organization, everybody gone. This from top to bottom, from the man calling the shots to the guy holding the laptop on the side, everybody is synergetic, right? But what we hear in the media, social media, and in the Knicks universe at times is like pulling at the thread to see if something can come loose, like suggesting trading Randall, right, or suggesting trading Deuce, but from top down, I can assure you, like when I give you my word on something, man, it be my word on something. Like I ain't gonna shoot you the gas. I respect people too much, and I respect myself too much to just to throw gas out there, right? Everything I heard from multiple people close to the situation says that this organization, Leon Rose, all the way down, all the decision makers, all the way down, players, families, everybody is on one page. The only people that pick at the thread of this thing, looking for chinks in the armor, is the people that's outside and they want something to talk about.
So I got to ask a question because you all brought it up earlier on too, just to follow up on that. When did Leon Rose, in interview or in person or whatever, say that he was actually after stars? I never could remember or find an interview. I've searched myself. I've looked for him to say those words. We are going to bring in stars. I've always remembered him saying that he'll build a good team that's going to be competitive. But I've never heard him specifically saying, I'm here to bring a star in.
You know what, Nick G? I never remember hearing him say that either. I don't know.
You made a great point.
Let's be honest, I really haven't heard him say much at all. I mean,
it wasn't him himself.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if you're saying that as in because of some of the chatter we always hear about people wanting to bring in a star and all this. Just real quick, and I'm gonna get out of the way for Fritz. This front office isn't about star chasing. They're about team building. If you look at the moves they made, or as shout out to my man Quiet Money, who used to say, he said it himself, follow the money. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Quiet Money, bro. Quiet Money.
Shout out to Quiet Money. Like I said, follow the money. Wise, in our conversations, if you hadn't talked to him, the man would make you do some serious, deep, soul-searching thinking about what you're about to say. Because he'll point out some stuff I guarantee you haven't thought about.
That's why we call him Wise, not what he call himself. We call him that.
And if you hear me come out, he's
anybody that tell you, yo, I'm wiser than everybody else, just keep on walking, bro.
Yeah,
we call Wise. That's what we call him.
You're definitely that. Hey, if you ever notice, I call him. Hey, he, y'all know him. Many know him by Allah Wise. Hey, I refer to him as as Wise One, the voice of truth. You know what I'm saying? Because the man will speak the truth to you, and have you think about it. And what I'm saying is, the team building. They're building a team. I've said this many times before, and you can go back to some episodes of Unc Freeze and Blowing Tears. I refer to this team as how we built how the 04 Pistons were built. I'm mine. I've had people, said I was, I'm probably been smoking a little too much herb or whatever, or I need to put down the slits small
You
liquor
you
bull.
still nice with the verbs though.
Man, I'm just saying, hey, and peep what you heard. So, but it's not a left hand cigarette. I'm not smoking that, but just the way I look at it, we've been on the whole trajectory of putting a team together, and what we have now is a team. We have a very, very deep team. Again, crock pot. That's what I'll keep looking at. Not microwave, crock pot. Not NBA 2K, crock pot. Not NBA Live, crock pot. Just be patient. I know some people want it now. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. No whammies, no whammies. But moving fast, you it's like you hit the whammy, and now you got the whammy in your head, break dance and pop locking and all like that. Looking like old girl looking like Ray Gun from Australia in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? You coming up shorter than a midget on his knees. So just be patient. I'm out of your way, Fritz.
He said, "Cut my legs off and call me shorty."
Yeah. Freezy, I just wanted to let you know, Fritz is always like subdued, mellow. He speaks when spoken to a lot of times. I heard him on another podcast tearing somebody up. I don't know what it was, who it was. He was tearing somebody up. I'm like, damn, that's Fritz.
Get him, Fritz.
What's going on?
Hey, the quiet cats, the ones you got to look out for, man. Because they get you. It's always the quiet ones that be easy going because they got that. They go hard to paint. Like I said, if you're gonna be a monkey, I guarantee you right now, Fritz gonna be a gorilla. Y'all better watch out now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just chilling today. But
chilling in the cut.
And so why to the point that we were talking about when I was saying that in my opinion, the health excuse shouldn't have been an excuse because there were avenues for us to take and get to the same place that we wanted to go instead of waiting. Like right now we're talking about getting to those places. But if we had taken those avenues that were in front of us, then we may already be there. Right now, when I say that, none of that stuff is guaranteed. Right. But if you remember when Jalen Brunson made that turnover late in the game against Miami, that game wasn't over.
Mm-hmm.
We were up by 2. I mean, we were down by 2. Jalen Brunson turns the ball over. They go down the floor and hit 2 free throws. We're down by 4. Right. And then we come back down and Tom Thibodeau drew up the greatest play I ever seen him draw up to get Quentin Grimes a wide open 3. And he took a wide open 3 there was not another human being within 50 feet of him, it seemed like. And he shot a disco ball UFO at the rim. When that shot was in the air, you could see Miami Heat players laughing at us because they knew that player was not ready for that moment. Right? Because in our memories, all we remember is Jalen Brunson's turnover. That's not fair. That's not where the game ended. That's not how we lost was not totally Jalen Brunson's fault because he played a great game while others were struggling. And that one mistake is burned in people's memory, but they don't remember the rest of the game. There was more game after that. They go down and hit their free throws. They go down and hit free throws, and Kyle Lowry on the inbound, Kyle Lowry slips and falls down, and Quentin Grimes is in the corner, wide open for 3 with time left on the clock. Right? Yep. If he hits that, right? If he hits that shot, then the Knicks are down by 1 with time left on the clock. Now, will Miami go down and hit both their free throws? Will we not be able to tie again? Whatever. You never know what can happen, right? But to unfairly blame Jalen Brunson for the ending of that game to me is unfair, especially when Josh Hart left a man wide open for 3, going for a rebound, which was dumb.
Well, it's not about who to blame necessarily, Freezy. It's more like, hey, we weren't ready for that moment.
Yeah, we wasn't ready for the moment.
Yeah, wasn't ready. You got to learn.
Should we have been in that position? It's tough to say. It's tough to say.
I don't really want to use the injuries as an excuse. I'm just saying that knowing what happened and seeing how it played out and how I'm not really making an excuse. I just feel that if we was healthy, we wouldn't have been in that predicament. But being that we was in that predicament, yes, we played a game with a lot of flaws in it.
Right.
And I feel that basketball is a game of mistakes, but you can't make that many mistakes.
Yeah, you know, it is a game of mistakes because it's a game of mistakes of runs, and who recovers from the mistake.
Because I'm quite sure if we look at how many times Miami left somebody open, and we could say the same thing about on that side of the ball too. Because all of those games was tough for the most part. So if we look at from Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler in them perspective, they feel like they left a lot on the bone too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, on paper, I felt at the beginning of the season that we would have fared much better in that circumstance. But watching as it played out, it just wasn't our time. And I can't really blame that on the players or the coaching. I just feel that it's experience.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I also operate under the opportunity. I'm under the reasoning that opportunity knocks once, right? Like nothing in life is guaranteed. Is the way
you gotta make opportunity knock though. You gotta create opportunity for yourself. If you wait for opportunity, then yeah, it might only knock once. But if you gotta do the knocking.
Right, but we get by that game 7. We get by that game 7. Where were we going though? I mean, we were probably going to get hurt there too. You know, I mean, well, not like we were really going very far if we win that game. Just saying, you know.
And in that Miami game 6.
No, I was referring to the game 7 last year.
Indiana games, that's right. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not saying that we were guaranteed to win that game 7. Right, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is though.
That we didn't play we played a very bad game, and we were still close. That we should have been able to pull it out.
We didn't match their energy out the gate. Is what I'm saying. We didn't match their energy at home in a game 7. We didn't, bro. The only person that I saw that matched the energy, and bro, I'm gonna
step out for a second, fellas. I'm still in. I'll be right. I'll be right back.
All right. Yo, and so I consider myself to be a reasonably tough guy, right? but when I watched OG and Anunoby in those first 5 minutes of that game, that should have been our Willis Reed moment. That man legit could not
move. Yeah.
Right? And everybody else watching this is waiting for OG to have that moment. But if you remember, the Willis Reed moment wasn't about Willis. It was about Clyde Frazier. Right? We out here thinking a one-legged man is going to win a game 7? No. Right? Nah, man. It's not. Yeah, bro.
Willis didn't finish the game, right?
No. Willis hit his first 2 shots, but Clyde Frazier wiped it. Clyde Frazier had 38 points, 17 assists, and 6 rebounds in that game.
But you know what's funny about that freeze, not to cut you, but it seemed like right when Brunson got hurt, like the tide was turning for us though.
It was.
Yeah, you know the play Brunson got hurt on is a play where he tried to do too much and turned the ball over and then had to chase somebody down. And he swiped and broke his hand.
That's exactly what happened.
When all he had to do, and I say this as a 50-something man in his 50s talking about a professional athlete doing something better, right? I don't know what he was thinking. Jalen Brunson is a better basketball player than I am, right? But what I am saying is when Jalen Brunson and Deuce came in the game, remember Alec Burks was cooking, bro.
He was cooking.
Yeah, hey, fourth quarter Jordan was getting it.
Alec
he was cooking.
Alec, and then him and Dante were cooking together, and then Brunson and Deuce come in, and then one dude take the 3 in the corner, and it's a brick. They go down and hit a 3. The lead is back up to 11. Jalen Brunson takes a contested three where he's smothered by a taller defender, and they get the rebound, and then they come back down and hit free throws, and then it's all.
But see, in those moments, I'm kind of happy it happened, and because just listening to Brunson talk about the Miami game and that turnover, or even the Indiana game and how that ended, like that stuff is burning in his head. Like he wants to come back. He can't wait for the next season.
Did you just say in that moment you were happy it happened, or are you reflecting on that moment?
I'm just happy that I didn't feel like we could beat Boston after, whether or not we won that Indiana game. I wanted to win the Indiana game, but I'm happy the moment, the result feelings that they had coming out of that game is, I wish that had never happened. I'm going to practice harder. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to try to be healthier. I'm going to try to do this different, because people don't understand. Randall got better last season.
Right.
And that's very underrated thing. And that Miami series burned him. But
see,
when
I'm with Nick on that. Ooh,
when you look at Randall played against like Giannis in the in-season tournament in December, January, like Randall was cooking.
When Giannis was crying like a baby. Randall too physical.
Every single player on the Knicks played better last year than they did the year before. There's
exactly
one single player that took.
And that's the thing too. Like, okay, now this is just me defending the coach for like a half second. Now we have approximately two MVP candidates so far under Tibbs on this team. At least 2 6-man of the year candidates under Tibbs on this team. We got to win some awards this year, or guys definitely got to step up to win it. But there's a lot of good things to build off of, and I know these guys, because of the way the season ended, they got to be steaming, they got to be burning, they got to be pissed, and that for the rest of the league is not being talked about. And that is some part of it where, like, the league better watch out if they are as pissed as they've said, or as mad as they've said. Like, Kobe Bryant got better after missing those shots and shooting air balls in the playoffs back in, 98? Yeah. Like, he got better. And that stuff like that makes guys practice, and that's what these elite athletes need in their lives.
Right. Well, you know something, underrated. Go ahead, Wild.
You know what I think is an underrated thing that happened last year? I think that, because I'm looking at the chat from Knicks will be 2025-26 champs. And the thing that hurt us in that series was Embiid, what he did to Mitch.
And he should have been ejected on that. That's something we talked that my bad, dog. My bad. I got a little hot. I'm still about that.
Well, I'm heated about that too.
No, I agree with you.
Mitch showed out, like, but that's the thing too. Like, even Mitch stepped up in a way that we don't talk about. Like, Mitch got cooked a lot of the parts in the first half of games, but by the end of the by the end of the game, fourth quarter, you could see who had endurance and who was a Tibbs player versus Embiid, because all our players had energy. When you looked at their players, they rotated like 12 men sometimes, and we were playing with less. And they were playing like they had no energy. I'm like, bro, we got it.
Embiid was on one leg, and Mitch was on one leg, and he was giving him the business. Bro, so much so that he grabbed his whole leg while he was in the air, and the NBA ain't do nothing about it. So going into Indiana, if you don't think that us not having Mitch didn't play a big part too, that was tremendous for us.
Exactly.
And so, it's a lot that really went, you know what I mean? It's a lot of resentment on our team going into next season. And that thing with Mitch is big. Trust me. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
That's a dangerous thing for the league, not to mention the fact that, just to say, I feel like we're right on time, because Mikal Bridges, out of all players on this team, is the most durable player on this team.
Well, and also real quick, Nick G, what he brings is more experience, because wasn't he in the finals? Didn't he go to make the finals?
Yeah.
That's experience. Yeah,
He
we
gotta be
lost.
prepared too. Like he
There you go.
wants to get back. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like being the best player, he thought of himself as the best player in New York. Of course, Jalen Brunson is. I don't think he's the third best player because I think Randall is better than him. But I think on this team, the third best player, along with OG and Anobi, clamping down people on the wing, like, and then not to mention Mitch. Mitch played like before he got hurt last season. He was playing like all team defense,
Yes, sir.
and he was
So
averaging 22 minutes a game.
so
And
Nick
then
G, imagine you got OG and them closing out on the wing, and Mitch ain't got to close out on the wing, and they just sending everything to Mitch.
Exactly.
Now Mitch blocks go back up.
Not only
that, rebounds, the easy rebounds we get.
You're gonna miss a lot of shots because it's all contested. And I'm just saying, all that is stuff to keep guys fresh for the playoffs. But it's just all about how we make the mix and how well we gel and how much people want to sacrifice for the other guy, which they've already been sacrificing. So, like to go to the team building standpoint and back to my Lego standpoint from yesterday. We may have bought like the model set of Legos that would give you a race car, but guess what? It's Legos. You could actually build a house out of it too. You could still flip it and build, a spaceship out of it too. Not just a race car. It's so moldable because we could take OG out and put Josh Hart in. We could take somebody out and put Dante in, and like. Dante was number 4 in threes. That opens up the floor. Not to mention 2 other 40% three-point shooters out on the perimeter. Dante, Mikal, and also OG. Bro, I'm telling you, like you might as well bring the belt out and call us Indiana Jones next season. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, when they put Dante, Brunson, Mikal, OG, and Randall on the court, that's when we're going to turn up. That's when we're going to start blowing teams out the water. Because that ain't even going to be the starting lineup. When they go small, that's when we're gonna blow teams out the water.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
that's small. That small lineup. Yeah,
Are you saying that we're better without Mitch?
No.
Nope.
I'm saying Mitch is gonna start.
I think the thing is we're gonna be just a flat out more versatile team with or without Mitchell Robinson, no matter what. It doesn't matter. Mitch or no Mitch, we're gonna be versatile. And we're ready for whoever. It doesn't matter. Just throw the ball up in the air. Let's go.
Okay.
The thing about Mitch
I'm with Nick G on that.
Whew. Mitch could do a lot of things on the court. And we need somebody like Mitch that will do that dirty work. But when you put him with the starters or the bench, Mitch could produce.
Exactly.
So it don't really matter. But when we go to the small lineup, we could take advantage of a lot of teams like that and just blow them out in like 5 minutes.
See, I'm gonna just tell you this. This goes back to one of the best analogies of 2024. I'm gonna wear this thing out. Goes back to the Lego block scenario. This team is a big ass bucket of Lego blocks. My bad, Freeze. I didn't mean to say that because this is a family show.
I just hope they don't fall in love with the 3. I know we're going to take and make more this year than ever before as a team. I know that's going to happen, but I'm hoping they just don't fall in love with that, especially Randall. We need Randall. We need bully ball Randall back.
Well, but you know what? Ivory 10, I don't think Randall, if you look at how he played before the injury. He cut it down, and he was killing cats. He was killing teams mid-range, and then it was like he was picking where he wanted to be the it wasn't just bully ball Randall. He was like the New York Strangler. He was strangling it. He was strangling defenses, man.
You could drop Randall right in the pinch post and drop him the ball, and he just pivot.
I mean,
he gonna find the cutters.
Yeah, he was hitting people. I mean, his scoring is going to go down, but I think his assists will go up. along with the rebound. But when it comes to the point, because who are you going to double team? I mean, just overall look at it, because they're going to get the ball out of Brunson's hand. Brunson hits it over to.
If you give the ball to Randall right at the foul line, he could turn either way. He's right in the paint already. They got to collapse.
I mean,
automatic.
You can start. I mean, you think about it like that, man. And like you said, we love that bullet ball Randall, because it's not. When he gets in there in that paint, I don't even want to call him bullet ball. I don't want to call him the Punisher, because he's punishing it.
Fritz, you see how they start talking X's and O's. Fritz, you see, I tried to stay away from X's and O's.
I'm just saying it went down that thing, because it goes. So I'm just saying. So it's easy to go down there if you can look at it. But hey, look, I'm getting back off the dirt road, coming back up on the interstate where we're going.
But if we're talking about the X's and O's thing, you're gonna get all those things. If we're talking about Thibodeau's traditional motion offense, where the game tells you what to do. Like, have y'all ever heard Thibodeau say that in a press conference? Like, no, we didn't try to do a thing, but the game will tell you what to do. You have to read the game. If you ever heard Tom Thibodeau say that, he's describing his perpetual motion offense, right? Where you don't see perpetual motion offense is where you have less skilled guys on the floor and you can't run it. But when you have Tibbs perpetual, like with Grimes on the floor, you couldn't run perpetual motion. With RJ on the floor, you couldn't run it, right? Because these guys had flaws in their game. Maybe their handles wasn't tight enough. Maybe they wasn't athletic enough. Maybe they didn't have a high enough basketball IQ at the time, right?
Sure.
Right. But in a perpetual motion offense, you will get all the stuff that y'all just said without one person being ball dominant, right?
Yep.
Because like everybody knows, in a perpetual motion offense, everybody is always moving. People like to call it 5 out, in a sense where 5 out people legit try to reference a center that can shoot threes. And a 5 out means that everybody is out.
Yep.
Everybody is moving. One of the features of a 5 out, though, is a center that can shoot threes, but it's not the focal point, right? So if we're running the 5 out offense this year, all Mitchell Robinson has to learn how to do is seal his man and catch the ball and finish at the rim. If Mitch can seal his man, put a man on his back, pause, and catch the ball and just dunk, all of that opens up every other square foot of the half court that they're in, because you can't have one person dominating 1 foot from the rim. You have to double team that to stop it. And if you send another man, say if you send Randall's man, Randall's going to eat. If you send Brunson's man, Brunson's going to eat. Right? Whoever you send, it's going to be different. It's the reason why when Nick G said last night that a lot of teams get 3-pointers over offensive rebounding. If you pause, Nick G, think about if you pause at the moment, where the guy gets the rebound in the post, he grabs the offensive rebound, pause right there, right? Basically, what you have is a big at the rim, 0 to 3 feet away. One guy, his man probably put his hands up, and then another guy in the paint is going to come to him and put his hands up too, right? So that is 2 defenders guarding 1. That means you have 4 people being guarded by 3 people everywhere else on the floor.
Find a shooter.
Yeah. So if Mitch catches it right there, think about this. If Mitch catches it right there, it doesn't have a shot, but if he dribbles away from the rim, like dribbles once or twice away from the rim and drag those 2 out, guess what it does for the rim?
Yeah, it opens up.
It opens up everywhere else on the floor, because what's going to happen is both men are not going to go with Mitch, but generally what's going to happen is Mitch's man is going to go with Mitch, so the team's second best rim protector is at the rim, waiting to be attacked by OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, or Randall. Right. Think about the teams that we play. Say if Mitch catches it in that area and seals his man, right, and Porzingis is on him, nothing is there. Mitch dribbles out, say one or two dribbles. He pulls Porzingis away from the rim, and now their rim protector is Jason Tatum.
I just don't like Mitch in traffic like that.
But he's a player that plays in traffic. He's a center.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about putting the ball on the floor in traffic like that.
Well,
because that's where all his turnovers come from, putting the ball on the floor in traffic.
Right. Not dribbling into traffic, bro. What I said was dribbling away from traffic.
Yeah. The thing is, LOIs, and what I was bringing up yesterday is most 3-pointers league-wide are scored off second chance points.
Right.
When you look at Mitch and his rebounding, this is why Mitch can start. And to Ivory's point about the 3-pointers, you actually don't have to care about it because Mitch is one of the best 3-point rebounding centers, where he gets a lot of hands on balls, and dishes it out back
for threes, right?
Threes.
Yeah.
But
right.
it works, and that's the thing. 2 years ago, we had a top 10 offense. Why? Because of the second chance points. Between him and Randall, with putbacks, and also Hartenstein, they all had really good putback numbers. And then also, too, not to mention the fact that they played 5-out offense when I think Mitch got hurt, and it was Sims and Hartenstein on the court at the same time. Sims was playing at the 3-point line, not to shoot, but he was just running around the 3-point line, screening for other cats and then rolling to the rim.
Yeah.
Like, no one wants to talk about the creativity from Tibbs in certain lineups, but he's done some creative things, and we have only added more and more skill.
A lot of creative things, but it just didn't work because the Jimmy and Joes were flawed.
Right. That's why I think that we'll be able to go a little smaller with the personnel that we got now. And I think that we don't got to stretch it though. I think we could do it for intervals, but I think against the certain teams and at certain times when Tibbs decides to run it, I think that it could be crucial to us getting a lot of more easy wins instead of having all of these grind out games where everybody got to play all these minutes.
Yeah, high leverage minutes. Yeah.
But anyway, guys, it was fun. I'm not doing it 3 hours again with y'all again tonight.
Stop being a wuss, man. Come on. No,
I'm just joking, man. I love the Knicks. Let's go. Peace.
All right, Nick G. Peace.
All right, now Nick G.
Yeah, so Wise, man, if Mitchell Robinson can't take one dribble away from a defender, we got to seriously upgrade the center position, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think that is that he can't, because I've seen him do it before too.
Right.
He does it like that. He does it once a season.
He takes a dribble when he has to, but really, I don't want him to take the dribble. I want him to be the threat underneath the hoop with the ball. That attracts the attention, and just having him throw it out to somebody, that creates that scramble, and then that three.
To me, it looks like the habit that they built.
As soon as he puts the ball on the floor, who's got to follow him? No one has to guard him. If he's going away from the basket, what are you guarding him for? That just leaves another person open to guard someone else, if you ask me.
Yeah. I can see where you're going with that, bro. But the alternative is Mitchell Robinson, this version of Mitch trying to finish in traffic over others or getting fouled going to the free throw line. Or Mitch can take one dribble and kick that thing out. Mitch is open for three.
Keep in mind, Mitch is typically passing that out to someone and trying to create something for someone else. That's number one. Number two, we talk a lot about Mitch on the foul line, and I think I've mentioned this to you before, Freezy. We're talking about 1 point a game. Mitch takes a total of 2 free throws a game for his career. 2 free throws a game. Right. So he misses 1 free throw a game. It's 1 point, whereas he's going to get you 4 more opportunities, 5 more opportunities to score by offensive rebounding.
But I see where you're coming from. But at the same time, if Mitch could shoot better free throws, we could use him more.
He would shoot more if he shot better.
Yeah,
like you could.
He don't want the ball.
If he sells somebody off, they don't hesitate to foul Mitch. So you got to be able to shoot foul shots. Because that's where you go. That's where you get your double at.
I think he should shoot better, but I feel like so many Knicks fans have talked about his foul shooting so much. It's as if that it's cost us games, and it hasn't.
Nah, it hasn't.
It
Actually,
hasn't.
he's closed us out in key moments.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them talk about it, and I mean, it's not. No, Mitch is hit. It's not like he up at the line and can't hit an elephant in the ass with an ironing board. That's not the case. You know, he can hit them. It's just that he was doing better, but he did take a drop, and a lot of that has to go with, you know, time off the court as well. You know, doing that. So
Well,
I
they
would
tried
rather
to
have
change
him.
his shot so many times, get more arc, get more. Now he went back to the line drive, and he's starting to make them again. When he made them in the playoffs, they were both line drives. Let the man shoot his line drives. And leave him alone.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Whatever works.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
I
it,
don't
you know what I'm
remember
saying?
that. What I remember is that Sixers game where we needed Mitch to hit 2 free throws. He missed them, and we wound up going to overtime and lost. That's what I remember. Now, I mean, but who's to bring up facts? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that happened.
Have to do with a conversation.
And you right about that, Freeze. But that happened. But he's also hit them too.
Yeah, in the Miami game 6, the season before last, he hit a lot of free throws.
Cleveland too.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, hey, like I said, sunshine on the dog's ass every now and again. Sometimes the dog ass gonna get sunburned. Sometimes it ain't.
Yeah.
I'm less worried about that 1 point a game than I am interested in having those 5 extra offensive rebounds and those 5 extra offensive opportunities. That's the value he brings on the offensive end.
My thing is Brunson.
Hey, they got some cuties at the party too. They got some cuties there and everything.
All right, Chop. I see you, Chop.
Chop is getting it in. Chop slow.
Yeah. I see you, Chop.
Yeah. Didn't you ask a question about the last five centers to win a championship? Did they look like Mitch?
No.
Half of them aren't as good as Mitch. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
You know, sure, there's 2 exceptional players, but the other 2.5, it wasn't anything to write home about. And you mentioned Gasol. Gasol was a shell of himself at the point where he won a championship, a shell of himself.
Yeah.
So Mitch is good enough. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
You know who they traded away to get Gasol?
His brother, wasn't it? His brother.
Yeah, his brother.
No, they traded Valanciunas.
Oh, okay.
Valanciunas was drafted by Toronto. Yeah. You remember Valanciunas was the center there with them when they were trying to get.
He was.
Yeah. Yeah. Valanciunas was there with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry and all them.
But his brother, they did switch one brother for brother.
I think it was the Lakers, right? The Lakers did that, right? When they
they did brother for brother
from Memphis.
Yeah, the Lakers did that when Kobe was there. But if you talk about the last 5 years, though, when you talk about the last 5 years, remember they wound up. They had Valanciunas and a dude named Jacob Poeltl, and they traded Jacob Poeltl and something to San Antonio for Kawhi Leonard.
Yo, look at the view. Look at the view, fellas. Sorry, Uncle Freeze. You gotta see the view. Salute. God bless y'all. Yo, sorry, fellas. Labor Day weekend. Sorry. I love y'all.
Chop low.
Yeah,
you know, but Mitch is a you know, we got a lot of people want Mitch. Some you got a lot that want Mitch gone, and you got those that want Mitch to stay. You know what I'm saying? Just overall, we just pray
There's
in
a
the whole
crowd that y'all keep ignoring those Soulfinger.
What's that? Which one?
Like the group, like I'm in the group that I don't want to trade him and I don't want to see him. I don't want this version of Mitch either, and I don't want to trade him either. I want to keep Mitch. I just want more.
But see, those fans,
we're not going to need more.
Yeah, but no, this
bro,
is what I'm gonna say. But Freeze, I don't put that crowd that we want more in a separate group. I put them in the group that want to keep Mitch. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't ever say anything like that. I put them in the group that want, because I'm like you. I would like to see him get a little something extra. Give me a little something. I want everybody, even if it may not be offensively, but even more so defensively. But the one thing I would like more of from Mitch is just to stay healthy. Just give me that. Give me that. I'll be happy like a fat kid with cake if he could just stay healthy.
Me too, because I tell you what, when he's healthy, you don't hear anybody complaining about
If
his
he's
game.
healthy, nobody gonna
You don't
say
hear
nothing.
a damn word. He can't shoot. He can't do this. He can't do that. You don't hear any of that when he is on the court.
Yeah. And what I do know is that when Mitch and Brunson run pick and roll, and when Mitch rolls to his right, instead of throwing the alley-oop, Brunson does a left-hand floater every time.
Mm-hmm.
And Brunson trusts his floater more than he trusts his alley-oop pass. So a lot of times when Mitch is open, he just don't give it to him because he takes his shot.
Mitch has yet in his career to play with a pass first point guard. Yet in his career to play with a pass first point guard. Kolek might let him loose. Kolek might open up Mitch.
But I mean, when we talk about Tyler Kolek, but you know, we got to see how that goes. I like Tyler Kolek what he showed, but you know, I'm not gonna jump out there on that. But when it comes to Mitch, like I said, you know, when he gets an injury, it's like, damn, Meatloaf again, bro. We just had Meatloaf. I don't want another. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. Damn.
I think if we could get Mitch involved more offensively, people would look at him different.
Well, yeah, we have games where you see Mitch get in there offensively, and once he gets to, you know, if you get 10 to 12 points from Mitch, bro, that's gravy on the rice, bro. You
Exactly.
And then that takes so much because now, I mean, when we've seen games when Mitch was killing teams, before he's killed teams, they just feeding them. And granted, he's just dunking and all this. Well,
I think we're trying to turn Felipe Sparks into a wide receiver, bro.
All right, Felipe.
Nah,
I'm not talking about. I'm not saying that he's fast Willie Galt trying to be Jerry Rice. No,
that's nothing. Mitchell Rice. The reason I want more from Mitch, and Mitch don't care about giving more. That's basically where it is.
Mitch is giving what the coach is telling him to give.
Mitchell. Nah,
I'm gonna tell you my one gripe. My one gripe with Mitch. This is my one thing. Man, if you're watching it, Mitch, I love you, but I don't want to see no more videos of you out here shooting 3-pointers.
Listen, if I hear anybody complain about these videos, these summer videos where we get a 2-minute snapshot of everything he's doing in the summer and everyone goes crazy about him taking shots. That's all he's practicing. How the hell do we know what he's practicing?
But that's not the that's not the thing. The thing is perception is reality.
He's trolling
when there is limited reality.
He's
perception
trolling you.
is reality when there's limited reality, bro.
He's like, I told you guys I can shoot. He's totally trolling you, and everybody takes the bait.
Yeah, I just want to see them, man. Just stay out of mind, out of sight, and work on it. And when you're in the game, do what you do. Just like we go crazy when he put the ball on the floor.
How about do that, Mitch? Come to training camp and shape.
Look, man, don't go.
It's tough for him to get in shape. He's got foot injuries and leg injuries. That's the only reason why he wasn't in shape. Is because his leg injury.
But don't go back down to the blue. And hit the mud bug festivals and stuff like that. Stay away from the edgy leave the bag of nets alone. All that.
Wise, how much do y'all love Ivory? Because I almost hit the crying baby just now. How much y'all love Ivory fan, bro? How much y'all love Ivory? Hey, yo, I look
don't
hit
the
right now, bro.
Hey man, we ain't seen it. We ain't seen it in a while, Free.
Yeah, because when he was doing all that stuff about Mitch, all I heard in my ear was. That's all I was hearing. That's all I was
hearing. It sounds like you guys are the ones doing the complaining, right? I'm the one saying he's good. You guys are complaining, saying you want more. I want
more. Hey, that was a Freddie Jackson moment. We had to hit it for old time's sake.
I feel like if Brunson gives him the ball more, you'll see a little uptick in his scoring, and everybody bees quiet.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Because he don't want it, bro. That dude don't want the basketball.
Come on, man.
He want it up. Brunson always passes him the ball on a bounce pass. Throw it up. But Brunson can't see over nobody. So he passes him the ball in traffic all the time.
Facts.
Yeah, Mitch is a professional, bro.
And Brunson is too. And Brunson is the point guard. So put the pass where it's supposed to be at.
That's like when kickers used to be at the Meadowlands complaining it's windy, bro. You're a professional kicker. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's windy, bro.
If you know your receiver is better over the right shoulder, put it over his right shoulder.
or get some new receivers.
That too. That too.
This is Ivory. This is what I feel. Every time I see Mitch do a pick and roll, every time I see Mitch do a pick and roll, this is what I be.
God damn it!
That's what I be every time, bro.
Hold on, Freezer. Hold on.
Every time.
Freezer, hold on. Hold on, Freezer.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
Come on, Freeze. Come on, Freeze. Come on, Freeze.
Yo, every time I see Mitch, every time I see Mitch,
what you say, Freeze? I didn't catch that.
Every time I see Mitch leave the paint, come up to.
God damn it!
Because I already know what's gonna happen, bro. I already know what's gonna happen, bro. I already know he gonna set a screen and he gonna run toward the rim and not look for the ball.
No, you mean he gonna set a screen, he gonna run to the rim, and Brunson gonna put up a floater.
And Brunson gonna put up a floater because he gonna be looking at the back of Mitch's head the whole way to the rim.
Nah, because Brunson can't pass with his right hand.
Oh boy.
He said it out his own mouth.
Okay.
He told Mitch.
I think he was taking. Oh, go ahead, bro.
He told Mitch on the show, if you want the ball, you got to go to the left because I'm not throwing it if you go to the right.
Right. Yeah, I think he's taking a shot at me. I think Jalen Brunson was taking a shot at me, bro.
Shot.
Yeah, he might have been taking a shot at me because I said that one night, bro. I said it like 137 times one night.
It's true. It's true.
I think he's taking a shot at the haters. He's taking a shot. I'm not even a hater. I've been a Knicks fan longer than Jalen Brunson has been alive.
Man, it's only one player in the NBA really freezes coming after you, man. And he's no longer with the Knicks.
Yeah, I still had a Soulfinger. Whenever we get together, bro, I'm gonna show you the DMs that his people send. I don't, and you know why I don't want to show. Come on, I mean, y'all know why I don't want to.
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna say his name. Hey, we're gonna be jumping out there. Hey, this man gonna come by on some rollerblades with a lead pipe.
I feel like Freeze trying to shoot Brunson some bell, but if Frank Ntilikina and all of them other dudes could throw alley-oops to Mitch, what's Brunson's problem? He's an all-star. He's an all-star.
I think
Kemba Walker was throwing alley-oops with both hands to Mitch on bad knees.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you gotta. Do I throw this thing up in the air to this?
God damn it!
Do I throw it up in the air?
You throw it up
to Mitch, or do I throw it up to Mitch, or do I just take this open floater from 8 feet?
Freezer, if you Freezer, man, I can't breathe, man. You got my side hurting up over here.
If you watch Mitch highlights, you know to throw it up to Mitch. That's all I'm saying.
You know Mitch offensive highlights?
When Mitch throw him the alley-oop and see what happens.
Freezy, hold on, Freezy. Man, hey, look, Freezy. You going in your bag. It's like man's laughter, man.
Man's laughter.
Hey,
you got 30 years for man's laughter. That man got 30 years.
30 years for man's laughter. I got 30 years for laughing.
For laughing. But Ivory, listen, I'm not knocking Mitch. All I'm saying is why does his offense consist of an alley-oop? No big man ever has made a living solely off of catching lobs, alley-oops.
Clint Capella. DeAndre Jordan.
This guy also contributes a lot of
Sean Kemp. What about Sean Kemp?
Contribute that to the offense.
It said, y'all missed the statement. I said no player ever has made their living off of just one play. All those dudes y'all mentioned, those dudes are hustle guys around the rim, putbacks, dunks. Whatever it takes for them to score inside, they'll do it. Right? When I'm saying
Mitch is one of the best offensive rebounders in the game too.
Right, and he scores off of offensive putbacks.
Okay.
Right.
I'm just saying when our team is one of the best teams in rebounding in the league, and that's attributed wholeheartedly to Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
Even without him
I
being
think
there,
we underestimate like
he was
the value of a pass first player, right? A pass first point guard, right? Look what Tyrese Halliburton did to what's his name, to Miles Turner's career, right? Miles Turner was averaging 12 points his entire career until he met Tyrese Halliburton. Now he's at 18 a game. Okay, right. It's just a different game when you play with a guy who knows how to pass the ball. It's just a different game. And I'm not trying to knock Brunson. I'm just saying, you know, listen, Mitch has his faults, but guys, the guy has never in his career played with a passing point guard. Never. So you say he's not looking for the ball because he's never done it.
About to. He's not, because we're not getting rid of Jalen Brunson just so Mitchell Robinson can.
Nobody said you got to get rid of him. I'm just saying, you know, you're wondering why you're not getting more. I'm telling you why you're not getting more.
Oh, good point. Okay, good point. Duly noted.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's a fact.
That was a good
What
point.
about and Hakaporti, Kolick and Hakaporti? That's the next gen.
Yeah. I think in 2 years, I don't
know. I just had to throw that in there. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to Brownsville, man. Shout out to the greatest borough God ever created, man. Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brownsville. Wise and others are from like Staten Island and Utica and Mount Vernon.
Oh man, come on, man.
And North Bronx area. North Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
Freezy, coming to you live, the new comedy show.
I'm saying, where JB Smooth and them from, you can stand in the Bronx, you can stand in the Bronx and see Mount Vernon, bro.
Oh, Freezy, you got me over here crying, bro.
Nah, man. Shout out. Yeah. Shout out to
he bringing back the 90s Def Comedy Show, Def Comedy Jam. Oh, hot.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
oh,
no
hey,
doubt.
I'm weak over here, bro. I'm straight up weak, bro. You got me crying.
Yo, I had to throw that in there. I had to throw a monkey wrench in y'all shit. Excuse my life. And y'all I was talking about the passing. Tyler Kolick and Hakaporti. That's the next gen. Y'all talk about Mitch and I had to throw it in there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yo, I ain't sold on Kolick yet. How you feel about Kolick, Ivory?
You know, listen, I'm you know, I thought the guy I thought he was an elite floor general, but when the guy does not have the ball, I think he's not showing enough value on the court. And quite honestly, you got to do more than when you just have the ball, in my opinion, especially to play for Tibbs. And I think his defense was very lacking.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a very, very tough time creating his own shot. As a point guard that can pass extremely well, you know, that's very helpful, but he's still going to have to be a threat. That shot looks good, but listen, I think he's fine for where he is. We shouldn't expect more.
He's still a rookie, though.
Yeah.
He's still a rookie, though, right? He got to develop, right? So he's still shooting puppy water. He got to develop. Yeah. Remember, he's just coming out of college, so he's going to have time to develop.
Tell him, Chuck.
Yeah, no, you heard? No, you heard? He still got to develop. Like the young guys that we got, they got to develop. And they're going to grow into that, you heard?
Yeah.
Nah, for real. But it's promising with him.
I like that. He's shooting puppy water. He can't. It ain't say he busts a grape. He say he ain't hard as tap water. He say it's puppy water. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, like little spritz.
Because right now I'm more concerned about what these young guys are gonna do. You know, not on the court necessarily, but how they're gonna try to fit themselves into the team and the organization. Because I feel like our rotation is already pretty much locked in. Really,
I think so too.
It's just game time as far as that's concerned. I mean, we talking
when the injuries come, these dudes better be ready. That's what
I'm saying.
I don't care nothing about
exactly
all-stars, right? Because it's like that song from back, and I know Soulfinger too young to remember this group called Cypress Hill, but they had a song that was called "When the Ish Go Down, You Better Be Ready."
You better be ready.
Yeah, and so that's when the Ish go down. And so last year, and Ivory, I know you loved the back end of the bench last year. And so when I talk shit about him, bro,
Listen, don't talk about my boy Charlie Brown. I don't appreciate the way you're talking about Charlie Brown.
Bro, him and that damn workers' comp ass he be wearing
with that thumb spike that he got on his
hand. So figure.
Yo, Freeze, remember everybody wanted Shake Milton to play?
Yeah. I wanted Shake to play, bro.
Hey, look, I wanted Shake to play. I did. I wanted Shake to play more than I want to see Charlie Brown get out there with that.
Bro, man, Charlie Brown out there smelling like pimento cheese, bro. I don't hate
man, Charlie Brown was on the bench smelling like a soybean juice.
I'd rather watch Charlie Brown play than Dwayne Washington. I just can't watch that dude play. I can't.
And no disrespect to these.
Wow, Dwayne! Wow.
Charlie Brown don't smell like pimento cheese, man. I said that out of frustration, but my
it was a soybean junior, man. It's Freeze. It was a soybean junior, man.
Yeah, bro.
Who's that Brown?
Who's that Brown? Yeah, him, Charlie Brown. I say they call me Charlie. Word to the herb, and I'm deep like Bob Marley. For those that remember, but the reason why when Chop brought that up just now, he brought up Tyler Kolick. I wanted to be reserved and not really say anything and just let y'all. Bro, but my personal frustration legit balls over when I think about the guys at the end of the bench last year in a year where we were not healthy. It frustrates me to no end that we're critiquing Mitchell Robinson out there on one leg, right? Yep. When we didn't have a quality 7-footer on the bench behind Mitch and Hartenstein, right? Like when legit when Hartenstein was out there on 2 sore Achilles and Mitch was out with the broken foot bone or hand bone, whatever he broke, right? Whatever. I was legit.
I think pause needs to come into play. Pause.
Yeah. It frustrated me that when you look at the end of the bench, he was down there looking at Jacob Toppin, at DeQuan Jeffries, at Dwayne Washington, and Charlie Brown Jr. And I should be an adult, and I should be a man, and be able to handle my emotions better than to get frustrated at a situation that you can't change. But when you think about how the season ended, when all our good players kept walking off the floor hurt, and you look at Charlie Brown Jr., the first one off the bench in street clothes, like you the first one off the bench in street clothes. You know how they call a timeout? And the guys come off the bench and walk towards the camera, and then they turn back and guys go sit down. And you looking at Charlie Brown's swag instead of him being dressed for the game. Like that's a nice outfit Charlie Brown Jr. got on. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, why you ain't playing? You got a guaranteed contract, bro, and you can't contribute.
A lot of times I didn't even know who he was.
Maybe because he didn't understand the plays. Because when they called the plays, he heard womp 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 womp.
That's probably what he heard. He was the
Charlie Brown. I like that.
Yeah, he was remember the dude on the light skin. Well, not really.
Nah, I knew who he was, Freeze. But when you see him standing there with his regular clothes on, I'm like, is that somebody else? That I had to look close, like, oh, that's Charlie Brown again.
Well, maybe he was taking the role of Theo Pinson. They were trying to see if he could do the Theo Pinson effect.
Maybe he was Kareem Akbar. Maybe that was him. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming.
The educated brother from the bank.
Don't wake me, I'm dreaming.
Hey, maybe, but then again, maybe he was sitting on the bench and told him to sit his $5 ass down before they.
Oh, because he didn't want to make change. That's why he didn't get put on. Oh. Yeah, and so Ivory. So that's my frustration, man. Not that them guys aren't good people and quality players on one level or another. It was just every time when you watched OG Anunoby in that game 7, couldn't even walk. He went out, bro. He scored 5 points in 5 minutes before Tibbs took him out the game, right?
Mm-hmm. Couldn't even walk.
Tibbs did the mercy thing for OG because OG would have still. Bro, y'all remember when Tibbs took him out of the game? Tibbs had to talk to him like, nah, bro, you ain't got it. Remember when OG, like when Tibbs took him out of the game for good? He was talking to OG like, bro, you ain't got it, man. Like he was legit talking to OG like, nah, bro, don't risk nothing, man. You gave us what you, bro. We win together, we lose together. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that's what Tibbs was saying to OG because OG was upset that he couldn't play.
Yeah, man, we win together. We lose together. We cry together.
Yeah, we ride or die, man. Bad boys for life. Yeah. I just had to come up with some kind of cliche right there. Just
I mean, it showed that he wanted to be here because Philly offered him a whole match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So even though he got a nice piece of money with us, he still left money on the table. Actually, more money than Brunson left on the table.
Yeah. Wise, when that man in that game 7, at the start of that game, when you saw that man couldn't hardly move his hamstring, he was one-legged, man.
Yep.
Bro,
And he
when
wasn't
I
even
saw
in
him out there for that
ass-kicking
game
contest.
7, I knew he was coming back, bro. Because you remember Jeremy Lin got hurt a little teeny bit. Jeremy Lin got a paper cut, and he sat out like mad games, bro.
Man, you know what happened to him though, right, Freeze?
Yeah.
He got that paper cut, and they put some Campo Finique on him. He was done.
Yeah, they did. Jeremy Lin said he was 85%, but he can't play.
Yeah, man, he put that Campo Finique on him. You know that camp. You don't know that camp. I'm probably dating myself on that one. I'm Freeze.
So I'm bringing up them 80s commercials.
Hey man. You see, they should have gave him BC powder. He's been good.
BC powder, yeah, man.
That's why I kind of brought that up though, Freeze, because I want to know like how you see that going. Like, I think that Sims is probably gonna get some time, especially at the start of the season.
Yeah.
But then when you start going past Precious, like I don't think Dalier is gonna be playing. We already know he going to the G League.
Yeah, he in the G League, bro.
But then you got Hot he might play.
I think he's gonna be in the crock pot. I think he's gonna be in the crock pot too, but he might get taken out a little bit earlier than Dadier.
Mm-hmm.
Because of team need, not because of development.
Yeah, because bigs always get hurt.
Yeah.
They always get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's no disrespect to them dudes at the end of the bench last year. It's nothing personal, man.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from a NBA fan's perspective that loves their team, to see guys walk off the floor, they're walking wounded, and not have a guy ready to play behind them is frustrating, especially when Daquan Jeffries' ass out here in 25 look like he 45. Daquan Jeffries legit looked like he fixed transmissions on the weekend, bro. And no disrespect to Daquan Jeffries, bro. But
you stupid.
They get you frustrated, bro. Like legit, when Mitch got hurt, Ryan Arcidiacono was still here, bro.
Man, you know what? That's the same cat. You know, Archie. Not to say, he brought his name up, Freeze, and I'm going to go off the thing, but he the only cat that's been in the league, get on the floor and couldn't hit an elephant in the ass with an iron board. That man went nuts. He zip, nada.
And we know he can't play because he's out there with a linebacker number.
Man, look, man. He was blank, man.
He was. Oh my God, bro. So thing I was great.
J5.
right. So this year, the mere fact that we're talking about Huck Porty and Tyler Kolek and Pacom Dadier and Cameron Payne and Keita Bates Diop and Cameron Payne and Keita Bates.
I forgot about Diop.
Yeah, those dudes legit are quality NBA players, bro.
Players, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, we're not talking about Dwayne Washington Jr. no more, bro. Now we talking about dudes that have started in this league and can play. You know, so when the injuries come, because they will, we just hope they're not season impacting
tragic
injuries. Yeah. But everybody get bumps and bruises. If you're a human being, you're gonna get bumps and bruises, and it just happened.
Unless you're the bubble boy.
Yeah, unless you're the bubble boy.
That's why it's important to get them early blowouts so we could get them guys on the court.
Yeah.
Early in the season, so that way when it comes time, exactly when we get deep in the season, we ain't got to go so hard. I mean, it's like you said, multiple reasons, but we need to get them some touches in game.
Yeah. And blowout wins are basically guaranteed wins too, right? With guys, because at the same time you're saying get them touches and all playing time and all that stuff. That means you're giving your rotation guys rest.
Right.
So when you mention the blowout part, that's an excellent way to outline it, because it gives, I think Wise is good at this, bro. I think you're natural at this.
You know what it is though, Freeze, too, in that way. Like when you blowing a team out early and you could get your guys in from the back of the bench like that, the other team usually still trying to come back.
Yeah.
So they still got to play. So for them, it's a high leverage moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to have to bring your starters back after they put you on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. After they done cooled off. Now you're talking about bringing them back in.
But imagine we the 10th, 11th, and 12th dudes on the court, and they pulling us off the court because we can't hold it down. Like, that says a lot about us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to play.
But why?
Like, it ain't just let your guard down.
But why? It's
called championship moments.
Chief, take care, fellas. I got to sign out. Appreciate you.
All right, salute.
Salute, legend.
All right, salute.
Yes, sir.
Salute, bro.
Hey,
God bless.
Be safe.
Yeah, man. So Wise, what you mentioned there too is deep like a Pringles can too, is because in that moment where they're trying to come back and they have their quality players on the floor, our backups are getting quality NBA minutes against rotation players, which is making them better and helping in their development.
Right.
So it's like it's a multifaceted thing. That's why I appreciated what you said, because as soon as you said it, I was like, dang, so Hakim Dadier can get minutes against Paul George in them, right? While Randall and OG and all of them are resting. And while Tibbs is strategizing about this game, but putting easy wins in the win column, so later on in the season, the playoff hunt won't be as strenuous.
Exactly. See, my mindset is when we watch the whole time Tibbs was here, he had Randall. Every season he had Randall. Randall changed his game every year.
Yeah.
Like we had one season, Randall was shooting threes, like 10 threes in the first quarter.
Yep.
We had last year Randall, which was, I think, the best Randall. But then we had Randall from the first 41, his first All-Star season too.
Yeah.
All different Randall. Even in the season we didn't make it to the playoffs, it was a different style that he was playing every year.
Every year. Yeah.
So it's a lot of people always say, well, do you think Randall's gonna fit in with these guys? They're gonna have to fit in because the way that Randall and Brunson goes is the way the team's gonna go.
Right.
They the two guys that got the most gravity on the team. That's gonna create instant double team. So all these other guys gotta do is just play their part. And it should be simple. And if we could run teams the way we supposed to, those other guys is gonna get minutes.
Right. And it's a long season too, by the way.
Yep.
It's a long season, man. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, bro.
That's why health is the most important.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fritz, you've been quiet, man, for a minute, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I've been quiet. I mean, I'm just enjoying the conversation. I know, we gotta manage the year, but
Hola.
when it comes to Tibbs though, he has to step it up because he has to not only manage the game, he has to manage the season, and he has to manage the injuries because that's something that he hasn't done well. So the minute somebody comes back from injury, he puts them in like they never left.
42 minutes.
Yeah.
Soon as they say there's no ramp up, that man coming back to play 47 minutes. Yeah.
But do you think that so you could play a 48-minute grind out game, or you could play 24 minutes with your pedal to the metal, right?
All right.
Now, which way do you think is gonna last throughout the season playing though? Because we could play 24 minutes like at high octane, and then try to blow teams off the floor and play tight defense. Or we could just pace ourselves and extend a little more minutes, get Brunson and Randall back up to like 34 minutes. Like, which way you think would be best to play?
Ooh.
Because, I mean, I could see benefits in both ways, but like you said, you got to manage the season. So that's just a question. It just came to my mind real quick.
I don't know. Lee, what you think?
Wise, run that back one more time. I was listening, but I missed some shit.
I was saying we could run our guys more minutes and try to grind games out at a slower pace, or we could try to blow teams out at a faster pace in less minutes and let our backups play.
That's a great question, Blood, and I'm gonna tell you why. For one, there's no true answer to this question because there's so many variables. Variables meaning the referee, the atmosphere, how long we've been playing. We on a 3-game stretch, 4-game stretch. You understand what I'm saying? It comes down to conditioning, mental health.
What kind of fight the other team is putting up? Are they fighting or do they want to lay down?
Mental health,
on that.
all that comes into play. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
I asked that question because I wanted to see what Freeze was gonna say, right? But that shows you, even if you the coach, if you Tibbs and you say you want to play your guys this amount of minutes, you might gamble and say, all right, I want to blow these guys out today. But if it don't go that way, now you might extend yourself. So it's a lot of decision making that Tibbs really got. When you just look at the basics of how we want to play, it's a lot of decision making that go into it, and it's not simple. So pace and everything like that, it really does go into it. If you don't understand pacing, then it's going to be really hard to determine what you're talking about when you're speaking about how much minutes people is playing.
But can I ask you a question, Waz? I
What's
think
that?
this off-season acquisition is part of the minutes being distributed, and if the guys is hurt, like you, God forbid, right? But the acquisitions that we have this off season will allow us to have players that we can run. God forbid anybody get hurt or they too tired, and we blowing teams out. Then we could throw these guys in. You know what I'm saying? Like to keep them up. About the curse, to keep the you know what I'm saying? To keep the game flowing accordingly. You heard? Like
Yeah,
we didn't
I
have
agree.
these players that we have, you know what I'm saying, previously, but the acquisitions that they made, the move they made, I'm pretty sure, listen, Rose and them, you heard, they're not just going to get the dude that the previous regime was just getting as far as the bench players. So the acquisitions that they got this offseason, you know what I'm saying, should be solidified as far as we don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, if we run up the score, you know what I'm saying, throw the bench out, we got players that's going to, you know what I'm saying, keep the game afloat or keep, you know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. The reason why I'm asking the question though more is because we already know that Tibbs is gonna play a 9-man rotation, more or less. So if you playing a 9-man rotation, how are you getting those other guys in the back end of the bench experience at all if you got to grind games out all the time?
And but even if we blowing a team out by 20 points, 30 points, he's still gonna.
Yeah, I don't think there should be any game where Tibbs played seven players and then said, "Hey, it was a tight game." I think he still has to dig into the bench no matter what. Like I think it's a necessity. He can't keep making exceptions.
We got to overload the talent, bro. I got
That's
you.
why
Exactly.
That's why I think without Hartenstein in the rotation, it makes more space for us to utilize the wing players that we got more. In order to do that, we gotta play smaller.
And just real quick as a programming note, so on vibes and stuff, I'm about to have a conversation about Brooklyn, New York for everybody that want to come over. I had it scheduled for 11:30. So for everybody in the chat that know anything about Brooklyn, want to reminisce about Brooklyn, I want to talk about Aurora, California, and I mean Colorado and things of that sort. On vibes in a few minutes, man. I'm going to be talking about.
But how you gonna talk about Brooklyn and then Colorado?
No, man. You don't have to talk about them at the same time, bro. You just take your time.
Oh,
Yeah, it's grown folk conversation. We just take our time.
oh, you know I'm retarded.
Nah, bro. You my brother, bro. Come on, bro. And but yeah, I just wanted to give everybody just a slight reminder. If you from New York, you want to talk about some Brooklyn. I'm at 11:30. I have that scheduled. I had that on my mind for a while. If you want to come over and hang out with me, I'd love to have you over. For tonight's show though, I'm a wrap right here. Definitely doing Knicks Morning Drive in the morning. It's a Labor Day edition. I'm off, right? So I'm off in the morning. So I'm gonna chop it up. I want to do rock for maybe like 2.5, 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours. If y'all, everybody welcome to come through. Everybody on X, you watching us on X, consider following us on X to get more conversation like this. For my people on watching on YouTube, man, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so that you can be a part of the conversation, man. And I'm gonna wrap right here and get out of here, y'all.
Wait, before you wrap, can I ask you a question? Yeah,